Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth for a quick second. I really don't have a lot of time because we're about to go out. Um, Sloan, her birthday was the other day, so we're about to go out to some girl, some type of like game place where you can play like games and stuff. Girl, I'm nervous, girl. Girl, I said, girl, what if the pox is, girl, girl. So, girl, I got my mask, I got my hand sanitizer, girl, because I cannot come back, girl, bumped up and lumped up. Girl, I don't have time for it. Girl, I don't have time for it, girl. Um, so, yeah, we're going to go to some, like, little gaming place. It looks like it's kind of fun. It looks like it'll be fun. And then we're going to go out to eat after that. Girl, I'm so tired through and trifling. I still haven't took Sloanie, girl, to get her ice cream. Girl, the other day I was like, girl, y'all want to go get something to eat? She was like, yes, ice cream. Girl, that is not food, but I get why you saying it. Because I told you like 2 months ago that we was going to go get some ice cream. And we still ain't got that ice cream. Girl, I'm so trifling. Anyway, Shell, let's get into it. So last night, girl, I was on live, girl, talking to the cousins, girl, and when I'm on live, I don't really be, going back and forth to the blogs or to the internet. I'm just, just running my mouth with y'all. And somebody hit me with the, did you hear about Neo's wife? Like Neo been out here basically, girl, playing with the hookers and the horrors. And I was like, girl, what? I was like, no, girl, like, it's like, no, girl, I ain't heard that, girl. I'm talking to y'all. And so I was like, let me hop on. I got a new iPad. So I was like, let me hop on and see real fast. And girl, Lord behold, girl, what I tell y'all? We talked, so some of the stuff I'm about to say, I already said last night. But it was at the very end of the live last night, and that live was like over 3 hours. And I know that 3 hours is a very long time to sit down and listen to anybody talk, girl. So I wanted to just come back and talk about it. And also, Neo released a statement too. So this is basically what his wife, Crystal, had to say. Let me bring it up. All right. Here we go. 8 years. 8 years of lies and deception. 8 years of unknowingly sharing my life and my husband with numerous women who sell their bodies to him unprotected. Every last one of them. To say I'm heartbroken and disgusted is an understatement. To ask me to stay and accept it is absolutely insane. The mentality of a narcissist, I will no longer lie to the public or pretend that this is something it isn't. I choose me. I choose my happiness and health and my respect. I gained 3 beautiful children out of this. I did not know they had 3 kids. Ooh. What's so effed up? I know, girl, people be wanting kids, right? And ain't nothing wrong with wanting kids. But for those who don't know, Manetta of she's on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's Neo's baby mother. She has 2 kids by him. I don't remember the full story, but basically, Manetta got her tubes tied, burnt, and thrown in the ocean, right? I think he convinced her to get her tubes tied, burnt, and thrown in the ocean. And I think it's so effed up because the relationship, it didn't last. So now this woman is married, right? She's happily married. I don't know if she's happily married, but she's happily married, right? And it's just messed up because what if this woman wanted to have a child with her current husband? She can't even do it because she done, girl, got her stuff tied, fried, and thrown to the side. And Neo is now allowed to go on into another relationship and have more kids. Ain't that so messed up? Anyways, I gained 3 beautiful children out of this, but nothing else but wasted years and heartache. I ask that you all please stop sending me videos or information of him cheating because what he does is no longer my concern. I am not a victim. I'm choosing to stand tall with my head held high. If someone can't love you the way that you deserve, then it's up to you to love yourself. With no hate in my heart, I wish him nothing but the best. Crystal Renee. That last line, girl, girl, all the couple, girl, you don't have to. Let me say something. This is a problem with people, and this is probably why some people think that I'm mean. But girl, you don't have to wish nobody the best. When girl, they could have put you in one of the worst positions in your life when it came to your health. Ain't no way you gonna go out here and have unprotected sex with girl prostitutes. And this is not me down in prostitutes or slash sex workers, right? But as I was saying, there's you can't go out here and have sex with, prostitutes and girl think that at the end of the day, after you put my health at risk, girl, I'm still gonna wish you the best. No, girl, as far as I'm concerned, honey, you can rot in hell. Girl, as far as I'm concerned, honey, girl, girl, I don't care what happened to you at this point. I'm not wishing you shit. Fuck you. Yeah, how about that? Okay? Anyways, he responds, right? Neo responds to Crystal's post about his infidelity. So this is what he had to say. For the sake of our children, for the sake of our children, my family and I will work through our challenges behind closed doors. Personal matters are not meant to be addressed and dissected in public forums. I simply ask that you please respect me and my family's privacy at this time. For the sake of your children, you shouldn't have been out here throwing dick in prostitutes. And this is the thing, right? Again, I just want to make it very clear that, girl, I don't have a problem with a bitch selling pussy. Girl, sometimes you got to get it how you live. But we just going to have to be honest about this, right? You're out here having sex with someone who, for a living, like I said last night on my live, they sell their body. That's what they do, right? And if this person is having, raw sex with you, then who else are they having raw sex with, right? And just the simple fact that he can go out here, not use a condom. It's already bad enough you're cheating on your wife, but then you don't use a condom. And clearly, girl, based off the fact that y'all got 3 kids, hello somebody, girl, you're not using condoms with your wife, right? So you're having unprotected, not gonna say unprotected sex with these prostitutes, and then you go back home and stick that same dirty dick inside of your wife. That is so trifling. Neo needs his ass whooped. And y'all wonder why I don't be giving these niggas no grace. Girl, look at how they do y'all. Girl. And then the first thing he want to say is for the sake of our children. Were you thinking about your children when you was out here hoeing? Now all of a sudden, girl, you want some privacy. Now all of a sudden, girl, this should be dealt with behind closed doors. I don't understand shit like this. Neo been cheating on this woman, right? All on TV, talking about he got a good woman, girl, behind every man. Remember that? We talked about this last night. Remember? He was on that show on behind every woman, behind every man. And the whole time, girl, you sitting up there, girl, with this woman sitting beside you, behind you, right? And girl, you leaving the set and going to fucking a whore. It's a mess. It is a mess. Like in real life, I was talking about this last night. Girl, let's just talk. Okay, girl, I'm gonna have to hurry up, girl. Y'all know I start running my mouth and I can't stop. Oh, I make myself sick sometimes. Like last night I was saying, long story short, there's like, there's the show on Zeus, the Bad Boys Club, LA. Now they have like the Bad Boys Club Houston. And some of the gays, rightfully so, are upset about how the girls are getting on TV cutting up. Because the truth of the matter is, as much as people try to act like we don't have a lot of representation on television, especially when you compare it to like the representation that like straight folk receive, right? So we don't really have a lot of representation. So it's like, girl, now we're starting to get these reality TV shows, and girl, this is how y'all cutting up and acting a fool, girl, on a TV screen. It don't necessarily bother me because, girl, how you represent yourself is how you represent yourself, and how I represent myself is how I represent myself. But I can understand, right? So it's like you have the gays out here that are just like turning their nose up at the girls on Zeus, down to the Zeus, acting a fool because they don't like it. So I was asking this question last night. Like when it comes to like straight black men, like y'all don't be caring how y'all look at. I mean, look, towards people. I mean, how y'all look to people. Like and don't get. I'm not talking about how you look towards white people or nothing like that. Just how people see you, because y'all image is shot to hell. Because even like y'all, and it's like one thing I can say about the girls is that you have the gays. You have the gays that are actually being vocal online, pissed off about how the other gays are acting on TV. Like, I don't ever really see straight men, like straight black men, upset about how these niggas are acting. Like, and I get it because you could feel like me. Girl, how you act is how you act, and how I act is how I act. Right? So you could be looking at it through that lens. But I don't even see, like, I never really see y'all vocal about, girl, how you're being represented, or how you could, who was that? Oh, how you could be perceived. Like, y'all image is shot to hell. And when I say y'all, I'm talking about straight men, right? And it's like y'all don't even want to like do anything to necessarily try and fix it. It's crazy. So you have the Neos out here, the Martells out here, the Stevie J's out here, the Mark Daly's, girl, all these niggas that are on TV and just a plum fool. I don't know. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. But anyways, girl, Neo, you're trash, girl. Crystal, stop wishing niggas the best after they dogged you out and did you dirty and put your health at risk. Okay, because girl, I don't know if y'all know, but let me let y'all know something right now. It's some shit out there in the streets that, girl, you can get a hold of and that you can't get rid of. Hello? Let me say it again for the girls who can hear me in the back. Girl, it's some shit out there in the streets that you can get a hold of that you can't get rid of. And if anybody puts your health at risk, right? Especially, and you know what's so fucked up is because, like, girl, y'all get into these relationships with these men, and they, girl, they tell y'all gonna be monogamous, right? And then they're not, right? And then they go out here and cheat, and then they raw dog these bitches, right? And then they come back and, girl, you have unprotected sex with your husband. I mean, that's your husband, right? And then, girl, when it's all said and done, girl, you have to take the high road and say, I still wish him the best. Bitch, that motherfucker could fly off a cliff as far as I'm concerned. Okay? That's the father of her kids. And it's a mess. A hot ass mess. Tyrese says he's learned a big lesson. 43-year-olds shouldn't try to be with 25-year-olds, and that his ex's greatest fear was that he'd go back to his ex-wife. Tyrese is a mess. He can sing his ass off, but he's a mess. Although the majority of my album entitled Beautiful Pain is about my ex-wife and this divorce that has turned into a grueling 2 years, the smiles and energy and vibrations you brought into my life will never be overlooked. I have learned a very big lesson here, and that's 43-year-olds shouldn't try and connect to or relate to 25-year-olds. It's like oil and water. It just doesn't mix. I guess I'm really out here grown, and trying to keep up with these youngsters is not my life or my world. I agree to a certain degree but I also know that, girl, while I know that we all, some of us like older men, ain't nothing wrong with liking an older man because I like older men too, right? But I think that whenever whenever I hear about these old ass niggas dating these young ass girls, it's more about control. You probably got with this 25-year-old thinking you was going to control her, right? Thinking that you could manipulate her, thinking you could mind fuck her, and she probably flipped the script on your ass, okay? And now you sitting over there talking about, oh girl, we oil and water. Yeah, probably so. But you also probably thought that you were going to go. And another thing too is like, girl, you're 43. No tea, no shade. So what you're probably at in your life is not where a 25-year-old is at in their life. So Tyrese is probably the type of person that probably wants to settle down, be at the house, or girl, at least just, probably have a wifey. Sometimes the niggas, they really don't give a damn about staying at the house. They just want somebody at the house when they get back to the house. Okay? So it's like, girl, you probably one of those niggas who was sitting at the house one day and was like, oh, I need a wife. I need somebody here. Let me go get me a young tenderoni. And now you sitting over there mad. Tyrese, shut up. Start dating other 40-year-olds. But see, y'all don't want to do that because even though, girl, you might run across somebody like Sheree, who just old and dumb, right? But, you're probably not going to be able to play the games with a 40-year-old woman. Or you could probably play the games with her, but it's not going to be the way that you can manipulate a 25-year-old, you probably can't manipulate like a 43-year-old woman who been around the block a couple of times and down the street in the back alleyways, right? Can I say something? And then I'm going to be done with this. And then we move it on. So, everybody been talking about Beyonce, Khalees, and Pharrell. And somebody said something in the live last night, and I saw the comments. Sometimes I just be reading the comments. I read them to myself. I really don't like read them out loud. And somebody mentioned Frankie Beverly. And remember Beyonce did she redid, Before I Let You Go, which is like my song. So this is what I was reading last night. Let me just read this, okay? And remember, Khalees was basically like, somebody could have called me, blah, blah, blah. So this is what Frankie Beverly said in 2019. This was on Billboard.com. I'll put the link to the article in the description box. They asked him, let's go back to when you first heard that Beyonce was interested in covering this song. Did someone from her camp call you? He said, well, that's kind of the shocking part. She's a great friend of mine, but I didn't know she was going to do this. I was hearing stuff, but I didn't want to approach her about it. She kept it quiet until her people called me one day, maybe a week or two ago. When they played it, that's when I heard the first draft of it, and I was blown away. It was a blessing. It's amazing how she works. She's very smart. I'm caught off guard, but in a beautiful way. She's such a sweet person. She's very sweet, religious kind of person. Then the way she released it is off the chain. You old when you say off the chain. She's done so much. This is one of the high points of my life, right? And then I also read, okay, this is also another part, this is also another article, right? Beverly does not own any of his masters and does not have a contract with any record company, but he performs 150 per year, and wherever he goes, the fans of his music flock to sing along with him in droves. So all the point I'm trying to make is this, right? The same way Khalees don't own some of her stuff, the same way Khalees was saying, girl, you could have called me, somebody from your team could have called me. It's basically what they did to Frankie Beverly. Frankie Beverly don't own none of his masters, but it's still out of respect, right? Even though he does not own the song, out of respect, someone from her team still called him to let him know, hey girl, Beyonce gonna be redoing your song. That's the same thing Khalees was saying. So I just wanted to say that and prove my point, and prove Khalees's point, that it's okay, she don't own the song. But out of respect, artist to artist, right? Somebody could have gave me a heads up. But like somebody said in the comments last night, maybe she don't respect Khalees. I'm done. I'm moving on. Okay? I'm moving on. All right. And that's pretty much it, child. That's all. I got to get dressed and go up here. I'll talk to y'all girls. I'm about to, when I come back home, I'm going to do the Bell Collective. Girl. And then I'm going to watch Love and Marriage DC again. And then I'm going to watch P Valley again. There's so much stuff, and then Love and Hip Hop. Girl, I don't know why I'm calling it Real Housewives of Atlanta. That comes on tonight, and also Married to Medicine comes on tonight. So it's like a lot of stuff I need to hurry up and review. All right, I'll talk to y'all girls and boys later. Bye.